Oh God, I can feel the weight in that. Gonna have a go at it. Got him.
Oh.
Look at the size of that
That is
thing.
yellow belly, is it?
Look at the size of him. This place has been a long time coming. I've been waiting to get in here for probably 18 months. I've been past here quite a few times last season, and the place was just so overgrown you couldn't even stand where I'm standing now. It was literally waist high with galvanised burr, grass, weeds, whatever, and just couldn't get near the dam. That's how thick it was. And I know the drover that come through here probably about 4 months ago, I'd say, totally knocked the grass down. It's actually coming back now, and it's absolutely perfect. I wanted to leave it a few months because from past experience, if you come straight after the drover, they chop the dam up that much and stir it up, you generally don't do any good. But it's been a good 4 months. They come through here probably mid-winter, I'd say, or the end of winter, and there's a cow stuck in here and she's actually looking a bit poor because the dam's actually fenced off, so I'm not too sure whether I probably should ring someone about that. I don't think she should be stuck in here unless the farmers put her in here because she's sick. Anyway, there's the poor old cow. We'll leave her be. There's plenty of food in here for her, I think. Plenty of water, definitely. And the dam looks good. Check this out. I'd be very, very surprised if I don't get anything here today. And given today is just a bit of a recon mission, really, if I do any good, I'll bring the kids back and Eileen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spread them right out. I've got 4 traps. I'll put one on either edge of the dam. Hopefully old Miss Cow over there leaves me traps alone. You going to play nice today, are you, old girl? I think she's got a crook leg and that's probably why they've left her behind. But this dam looks absolutely bloody perfect. I'll put a trap in here. It looks like a bit of an inlet. Oh, there is another little hole over there actually. We'll go and check that out. I didn't see that. But we'll put one here. I've always seemed to do well in these inlet areas for some reason. And there is another little hole over here. I'm just sort of thinking whether we hedge our bets and throw one in here. I think we will. We'll see how deep it is anyway. If it's deep enough, we'll leave it. Well, it's deep enough. Well and truly. I think we will leave one in there. Why not? What I've decided, I'm going to let these traps have a soak here for an hour or two. We're going to go up, have a bit of an explore. There is another dam a bit further along that I reckon might be worth having a go and throwing a line out. We'll leave the traps here. We'll go for a drive, see if we can't find somewhere else. While we're out here, we might as well. It's only a bit of a recon mission, and we'll come back in an hour or so and check the traps. That wind's really blowing up now. This is the second hole that I wanted to come and test out. I've got the rod in. It's only been in there for like 1 minute. I've just threw it in, gone and got the camera. And we'll give it half an hour here. If we don't do any good, we'll go back and check those traps. One thing I am noticing about this place, absolutely loaded with mussels. They're just everywhere. They're obviously all dead ones, but I'm sure there'd be plenty still in the water. Another one here. Look, they're just absolutely loaded with them. Which I'm not complaining about because they actually clean the water. So the water quality here should be pretty good. And I won't be doing a mussel catch, clean and cook because they're absolutely disgusting looking. I've never tasted one and I don't plan on it. And just looking along this edge of the dam here, I'm actually over the other side. And this side here, I don't know how well it's going to show on camera, but it is just absolutely speckled with mussel shells everywhere. Look. I'm just doing a lap around the dam for a bit of an inspection. There's a big massive yabby hole there and there's a bit of mud coming out of it, so there's definitely at least one yabby in here and another big yabby hole. Now that yabby hole there has got to be 6 inches at least across, and still plenty of mussels everywhere. Just done a lap around the dam. Pretty confident there's going to be something on that line. I threw it out this way and it's over here, so I'll just grab the scoop. Got the scoop, unless it's a fish playing with it. What we got? My God, they've completely taken all my bait. I only done one lap around. Oh dear. I'll throw another bait on, we'll see if that was a fish or a yabby. We'll get a fresh bait out there and see what was having to go up my line. I didn't have it hooked on that well, that last bait, so I think if a couple of big spangled perch started smashing it, they probably would have knocked it off easy. But we'll keep an eye on it this time. And I'm pretty sure there's something having a go at it already. There is. You know what that is. Spangled perch. Oh, he looks like he's a good fish. He was actually a nice fish. So what we might do, I'll chop that bait down, put a small bait on there. I do actually have a small hook on there and we'll see if we can't jag one. Oh, got one. Oh, and he's a good sized little perch too. Yeah, that's an eating size. I don't really want to be keeping perch today, and I probably really don't want to cut him up for bait either. I think we will release him. But it's a good sign. I think I might bring the kids out here and we might have a bit of fun with these at a later date. Let him go. Another one. He's a bit smaller, that one. Not quite eating size. I mean, if you were really hungry, you probably could. I have seen people eat smaller. Another little fella. And something puffing out some mud there. I thought that's what it was. I seen him puffing out mud. I'll sit him back down in there the way he was. He was actually buried under the mud, that fella. Got that one. And he looks like a nice one. I'll take it easy on him. They put up a bit of fight, these little spangled perch. Another eating size spangly. That's a nice little perch, that one. And that's actually a nice sized little perch. We'll let him go. They're a tough little fish. Well and truly eating size. Well, this dam's absolutely going off. I've been here half an hour and I can't keep a bait in the water. The only thing I brought was that liver, and they're just smashing it off as quick as I can get in there. Obviously got a few good sized spangled perch, well and truly eating size, which I've obviously let go. What I'll do is I'll save this place and we'll bring Eileen back here and the kids, whoever turns up on the day. I think we'll come back here within the next week or so and get a feed of spangled perch, put the traps out, because them couple of big yabby holes that I've seen, there's obviously got to be some monsters in here. I just don't think they're getting a chance to get at the bait. What we may have to do if we want to get yabbies on lines here is bring some bigger bait, like a big chunk of lamb bone or something to put on the line. But anyway, it's been about half an hour here. It's literally only 10 minutes down the road from where we set the traps. So I think we'll hit the road, go and check the traps, see if we can't get some yabbies. We might as well start around this side and work our way over to that little hole. And this poor old cow's still standing here. I'd say she's got a broken leg or something, that's why the drovers left her there. Hopefully, oh yes, oh yes. Well, that tells me they're in here. Have a go at that big dark looking fella. He's a nice one. Oh, what have we got there? 5 yabbies. Not a mother load, but they're all good sized yabbies. We'll put them in the bucket and we'll keep working around. We might as well try this little hole first. Oh well, second, absolutely nothing. A whole heap of those little black beetles. I've always found where there's a lot of these little black beetles, there's not many yabbies. So obviously this little hole here is full of black beetles. Hopefully those other 2 traps have got a few in them like that first one. This is the one that I reckon might do all right. Like I said, it's probably going to be a bit hard to tell on camera, I'll go slow. But there's a bit of an inlet here. I don't know whether it's because it's maybe the deepest part or whatever. Oh God, I can feel the weight in that. My goodness me. That's absolutely bloody loaded. And a couple of big ones in there too. There's a little spangled perch. And that is what you call a loaded trap. There'd have to be good 20 yabbies in there at least. And some really nice ones. Look how old him. Ooh. He doesn't want to come out. I was trying to get him out. Another nice one. And another nice big fella. I've actually got this bucket full of water and grass. My God. Have a go at him, would you? God, I haven't had a trap full like that for a while. I'll get them into the bucket and we'll go over, check this last trap. Absolutely loaded. That bucket's bloody heavy. Puffed me out carrying it around here. We'll get this last trap in, see how we go. Oh, and it's loaded too. Oh dear. I don't know why that one over there only had 5. Obviously, I don't know. Don't know the reasons, but I'm not complaining. We've got a few spangled perch in there. Sort of tells me it might be worth coming back here with the line, see if there's any bigger fellas. We'll get them spangled perch back. And again, a couple of really decent yabbies. Another really nice blue fella. Check him out. And again, there are a couple of smaller ones in this haul, but overall, absolutely bloody beautiful. I sort of thought this place would do all right. I'm definitely going to have to bring the girls back here, and I think we'll bring a rod and see if we can't get any bigger spangled perch too. We were chasing some spangled perch.
Today we're going to try something a bit different. I've seen the size of these tails. I thought myself, bloody hell, that looks like a lobster tail. What we're going to do is we're going to try and make some lobster. We have 1 cup of water boiling, and to that we're going to add 3 tablespoons of salt. We're gonna mix that until it's all dissolved. We got our yabby tails partially cooked, and Dad peeled them, cleaned them really well. And I gotta get Dad to put these in. We're gonna bring them back up to the boil. Now that's at a rapid boil. We're gonna turn it off and let it cool down. We got the jar full of yabby tails. Now we're gonna put that in the fridge for 3 days. And Dad, I don't want you touching them.
We've got to be very, very quiet. I don't want Josie to hear us. We're gonna sit here and eat all the yabbies. It's gonna be interesting to see what these are like. They've been in the fridge for about 2 days. Definitely firmed up. I'll tell you what. And that was a big tail. I'll tell you what. If I didn't tell you that was yabby, I bet you'd nearly think that was a lobster. They've definitely firmed up. And yes, I know it's a hard life. Have to wash it down. Oh, Josie, what's the matter? You're missing out on all the lobster. Absolutely delicious. And I was actually a little bit skeptical how these would turn out. I thought they may have been a little bit too salty, but they're not. I thought she may have put a little bit too much salt, but I probably wouldn't put any less. Well, I'm gonna wallow around in the pool, eat me lobster tails, drink me beer, catch you on the next one.